So this is going to be the atomic mode for RMI. So we're going to go ahead and run the command to give 2 cupcakes. So we hit the breakpoint in our server here during the broadcast method. So if we look at the trace, we will see that it has received a remote request, which was from this client that made the proposal and sent it. So it hit the breakpoint, and when we go over it, we'll see the animation play and the speech of the cupcake. If we look at the trace, we'll see that it sent it to all 3 clients. So now we're going to do non-atomic broadcast mode, but the first thing we have to do is change our meta state so that all the clients are synced up. So change that. So now when we call atomic mode false, it should get caught in some breakpoints. Yeah, so we're caught here at set broadcast in the server, so it's about to call and change all the broadcast modes and all the clients. So let's get through this one. And then in each client, it's going to get this set broadcast. So this is going to actually change the local flag in each client. So we're going to have to skip this one 3 times. So now, if we look at our trace, all of our clients are in, oops, I just exited out of one, but they are in non-atomic mode. And so now if we run a command, take 2. So it ran it in the one that we did because it's non-atomic, and then sent it up. So now it's stuck, it got caught on this breakpoint. So when we resume, we'll see it run in the other animations. And that is the non-atomic RMI. So now I'm going to just go through the trace more in depth for what we just saw, the non-atomic RMI mode. So we call the command in this console for one of the clients. It sets the proposal made. It goes ahead and sets the property for the processor, so it basically runs it locally. And then it submits the command, and then calls the remote propose request sent. So then we go over to the server, and we see that we get the proposal received, and we send it back to 2 of the clients, so we're notifying them. And then if we look at our 2 clients, we get that the proposal was received, which was to take 2, and then they run the command, and that was it. So now we're going to look at switching between RMI and NIO. So we're still in meta broadcast state, so we're changing the state of all of them and keeping them synchronized. So if I change my IPC to NIO, and hit some breakpoints. The first breakpoint is here in the server again when it's received the notification to set the IPC in all the clients. So when we continue through here, we get to the next breakpoint, which is in the client code, which is setting the local meta state. So we're going to have to go through this 3 times for each of the clients. And so now they should all be in NIO mode. So if we look down here in our consoles, we'll see that they should be all in NIO, and we can run commands this way. So now if we go ahead and run the command to give 1, we saw that it still works. And if we look at our trace, we'll see that it's running in the clients through the NIO method. And if we look at our server, it's also running the NIO. I'm not going to go detailed into this because this was Assignment 1 stuff, but we just show that we can go from RMI to NIO. So now let's go back to RMI. So in one of our clients, we're going to call RMI. Same thing, breakpoint in the server. Go through that. Now we're at our breakpoint in the clients. So got to go through this one 3 times. And we are back in RMI. So if we look at our trace, we'll see that we made a proposal. We sent the proposal. and we come to our server, the proposal was received, and then it got sent to all three clients, which will then cause the notification received and proposed set, and then we are back in RMI. So if I run another command of give again, we'll see, well, okay, we're gonna get through our breakpoints. Just have to go through that breakpoint in the server, and we'll see that our animations run, and if we look at our stack, it is running in RMI mode again. So that is switching between RMI and NIO. So now we're going to demo the meta broadcast state being false. So we're going to our clients tell all of them to be false. So it just went through and told them all that they should be false now. So now if we try to change the atomic mode to non-atomic, so let's go to atomic, we'll see that nothing's happening. And if we try to change the IPC mechanism to I think we're in RMI, so we'll go to NIO. I mean, they're not communicating, so their broadcast state, or their states are not being synced anymore since the meta broadcast state is false. Okay, so now we're going to do the experiment with atomic mode and RMI. For the sake that it doesn't time out and think it's an infinite loop, I turn tracing off. So okay, so it is done. That took a while. So this time if we look at the console, I have turned the atomic mode to false. My trace is still off, so you won't see any of the trace for it, but so it should be non-atomic mode now, and we're going to run the experiment. Okay, so the experiment is over. So now we're going to run the experiment in local mode, so I'll have to run it. Okay, so our local processing is over.